welcome to my backyard. Come on in. We got a delicious lunch planned for today. We're gonna have some barbecued bacon cheddar burgers. My wife made a delicious coleslaw. She puts green apple in it. It's gonna be absolutely fantastic lunch. And I'm using 8-ounce hamburgers. I made a little bit earlier. For those of you still doing the math, 8 ounces is half a pound. So these are gonna be fantastic big boys. Barbecue and bacon on top, grilled brioche bun, fantastic lunch. This is only my third video, and my family and friends have been fantastic. The support has been fantastic. And I just want to thank all of you and tell you that I appreciate all of you. I work during the week, Monday through Friday, 40 hours a week, and I only do this on the weekends, and I love sharing my backyard with you and my backyard experience. And that's what this is all about. So I have a great lunch plan today for all of us. And again, before I get into that, I'd like to do a little bit of housekeeping, and that means thanking my friends and thanking you for the suggestions. Carol, Joseph, believe it or not, you're not the only one that wants a grilled Reuben sandwich. I got other requests for that. And yes, Serena, this is Texas. I'm in Dallas, so you're gonna get your fajitas, tacos. We're gonna do the Tex-Mex. I have 2 more burgers in my burger series. Next week, I'm going to do the mushroom Swiss burger. So anytime I go to a restaurant that has a great mushroom Swiss, that's what I'm gonna order. After that, I have a little bit of a surprise. It's something I'm bringing back from my youth. I used to go to a drive-in restaurant, Car Hops, 50 style diner, the whole 9 yards when I was a teenager. Go there on weekends and after school and flirt with the Car Hops, of course, but I'd get a burger, onion rings, chocolate shake, or a root beer float. And I'm gonna recreate that burger from my youth, and it's a special burger, but I'm keeping that a secret until 2 weeks from today. We're gonna do that one. Also, next week, talk a little bit about how I got started making the videos and how I'm doing it. I'm 68 years old, so I didn't grow up with technology. I was around when the first cell phone was invented. I was probably in my 30s, and it was the size of a sneaker. One of my sneakers anyway, size 13. So it was a big cell phone, had a big metal antenna that you pulled out, telescoping antenna. So I didn't grow up with technology is what I'm trying to say, and things like making videos, using an iPad, using an iPhone, putting videos together and getting it posted. That's all new to me. I don't know any of that stuff, and I'm learning as I go. So I want to share how I got started and my first 3 videos and how I put those together and how I've improved and what I've learned since then. So we're going to do that after next week's video. So I hope you stick around for that as well. I think that's going to be pretty interesting. Before I do get grilling, I just want to share one last piece of personal information. I told you last week I grew up on Cape Cod, so and this relates to my upcoming menus. Like I said, the mushroom Swiss, the surprise burger. After that, I'm going to get into some grilled sandwiches, some breakfast on the grill, dinners on the grill. Going to do kebabs, going to do hash browns, some homemade corned beef hash, the grilled Reuben, some other delicious grilled sandwiches. I also want to do some seafood, and the reason I want to do some seafood, I maybe even do some deep fried food, put a pot of oil, heat that up on the grill. I can cook deep fried seafood right there. And that's because, as I mentioned before, I grew up on Cape Cod. It's in New England, a little spit of land out there in the Atlantic Ocean. And when I was growing up, you were either a carpenter or a fisherman. And I was a carpenter for, until I got married, but I did love fishing. I fished in the ocean, striped bass, bluefish. I had lobster traps. I got lobsters as a little kid. I fished on the pond across the street. Yellow perch, man, those are delicious on the grill. Yellow perch is like the best fish I've ever tasted. They had catfish in the pond. So I love eating seafood as well. Problem is, in the wintertime, all the ponds freeze over solid. It's ice. Very cold. People go ice fishing. I went ice fishing. And what I did was I hung out and fished with the old timers like I am now. I'm 68 years old. As I said, I didn't grow up with this technology, but I did grow up ice fishing, and I went out there and I watched, I listened, I learned, and I became outstanding in ice fishing. One of the secrets I learned, cut your hole in the ice, and you line the ice around that hole, line the ring with peas. You step back and you wait quietly. When the fish come up to take a pee, you kick them in the ice hole, okay? All right, I had to say that one. So I hope we're all warmed up now and we're ready to grill some burgers. And like I said, I pre-made some burgers earlier, so I'm gonna let you take a quick look at that before we get into it. So quite often, in order to save time, we do a little prep ahead of time. That's what I'm doing with the burgers.
I have 2 pounds, 80/20 ground beef, mild cheddar cubed, some barbecue sauce, salt and pepper, and I just have a pan ready with some parchment paper to set those burgers on after they're put together. Breaking up the ground beef. It's broken up as we can, so it's fairly loose. I take these cubes, and I'll cut each cube up into 4 little pieces. But I'm making 4 large 8-ounce burgers, and I want to taste the cheese in them. So I'm going to fold in quite a bit of cheese cubes, and a heavy dose of barbecue sauce, as well as cheddar cheese on top. I'm going to eyeball this. I'm going to take about, say, half of that. Salt and pepper. Whoop. Alright. Take it out with some parchment paper.
And we'll put that in the refrigerator till we need them later. That didn't take long, right? Maybe 2 minutes for a little early prep. If you do the prep early, it really speeds things up. So what do you say? You take these burgers and we get grilling. All right, the grill is heated up to medium. These are, you can see the cheese in them. Big hunks of cheese. You can use the weights, you don't have to use the weights. I did not preheat the weights this time. Last week I preheated them. I got beautiful thick cut applewood bacon, a real heavy cut on that. Barbecue bacon cheddar burgers. I've got a bourbon whiskey and ginger ale, sometimes known as Jack and Ginger, but I didn't use Jack Daniels, I used Jim Beam. Goes perfect with a barbecue bacon cheddar burger. And I did mention I want to thank all my friends. I have new friends here in Dallas. I have new subscribers. And I have old friends back in Plymouth, Massachusetts. And I'm very grateful, very happy to have all those friends. I feel very blessed. I'm grateful that they're watching, they're helping me out, and I'm very appreciative of that. I hope you guys enjoy this new video. A little windy out here today in North Texas, but still a beautiful day. Warm weather, beautiful day. Can't ask for anything more. While the burgers and bacon are grilling, it's not time yet to put the buns on. I have the grill preheated, medium heat on the burgers. After I flip them and I think they're done, I'm looking for a temperature of 145. 145 is the top end of medium, and there should be no pink in the meat. All right, I'm gonna flip these burgers. Oh yeah. Stay back out of the grease spatter. I have a wonderful wife. She ironed my shirt so it would look good on the video today. I don't want to get it covered in grease. All right, what do you think? Should we get a temperature? Front one's done. Back ones need a minute. Go to the cold side. Now, this grill is a mess right now, but the wonderful thing about the Blackstone is it will clean up very easily. When I go to clean this after eating my lunch, I'll just heat it up a little bit again. If I have to spray a little water on it, the water will lift any of this melted cheese, come out perfect. No issues whatsoever with that. I'm going to turn this right around. This is a sharp cheddar cheese. Sharp cheddar cheese. I got mild cubes inside. Mild cheddar cheese is already inside of the beef. Cooked it in there. I'm gonna break a couple of these in half. A little too big. Need some extra fatty bacon on there. That looks delicious. Turn that off. Now my wife just likes it, the cheese, the bacon, and barbecue sauce. I'm gonna do cheese, bacon, barbecue sauce. Come around here so you can see. Cheese, bacon, barbecue sauce. I like to dress it up a little bit. I'm putting mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, and a red onion on that. Barbecue bacon cheddar burger. Sharp cheddar cheese, thick cut smoked applewood bacon, red onion, mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, and a little dish of coleslaw. I'd like to thank everybody before I go in for lunch, and I can't wait because this looks delicious. But I do want to thank everybody for joining me here in my backyard in North Texas. And the only thing better than eating this burger is going to be seeing you back here in my backyard next week. So I hope you all join me. Please help the old guy out. Don't forget to click subscribe, click like. When you hit subscribe, click the little bell. It's all free. It just helps me out. Appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. I'll see you next week.